Happy Monday, everyone. I hope you had a lovely weekend. For maths, our learning intention is to learn how continuous data is measured. So pause here while you get your paper, pencil, and a ruler. Write it neatly, underline it, and then we can get going. You will need your detective skills for this task. What is the least number of calculations you need to do to be absolutely certain of how much Norman number is worth? You must do these in the order they show. How many am I? I am a 3-digit number. I am an odd number. I am divisible by 5. Each of my digits is different. My digits add up to 8. The tens digit is smaller than the hundreds digit. I am less than 300. I have only one even digit. Here's a pause point, and off you go. Well done for using your detective skills. Now moving on. What types of graphs are these? Take a good look because we haven't had these in our slides last week. Pause and have a think. So they are called line graphs. What are line graphs? A line graph shows us how data can change over time. The scale runs along the left side of the graph. On the scale here, the numbers go up in steps of 10. The time length is set along the bottom of the graph, or the horizontal axis as you know it, and the time here is set in minutes. If the points of the line graph are between numbers of the scale, you will need to estimate. Now, there are different types of data. The two words on the board are continuous and discrete. My turn, continuous. Your turn. My turn, discrete. Your turn. So we can use continuous and discrete data when presenting information on bar charts and line graphs. Next, we're going to find out the difference between them. What is discrete data? The word discrete means separate. The table shows data for a survey about how children travel to school. The data is discrete or separate because you have to count the different ways of traveling separately. When you use a pictogram, a bar chart, or a line graph to show this data. And why? Pause here and have a think. What is continuous data? Time questions usually produce continuous data. The man says he's measured the cactus once a week and recorded his measurements on the table. This data is continuous because the cactus continues to grow all the time. It didn't suddenly jump from one measurement to the next. It grew continuously. Here is a line graph showing us continuous data. And we're going to make some statements about what we see. The information is about the average temperatures at Southend-on-Sea. What statements can you make? The character on the screen has noticed that it started to get cooler in Southend-on-Sea during August. So if you look at August, you can see the line is beginning to decline. It's going down. A statement I can make is The temperature in April, the average temperature in April was 9 degrees Celsius. Because I'm estimating, and if I look at my line, it's not exactly at 10, but it's very near 10. So I would estimate it to be 9. However, for June, the average temperature was 15 degrees Celsius. So there's no need to estimate for June because it's precisely along 15, the line sits precisely at 15 degrees Celsius. Another pause point to see what statements you can come up with for this line graph. Now that you've had a look at some line graphs, here's an exercise where you get to fill in the missing words. See how well we understand what exactly line graphs are. So there's a word bank at the top, and there's a passage with words missing. Pause and have a go. Remember, take photos to send your work in through email. Well done for having a go with that and checking and making corrections. Now, if you've made mistakes, that's fine. It means you're learning. We are going to be looking at line graphs all through the week, so there's more where that came from, and we get to understand them better as we go along. Now for a super challenge, you have on your Year 4 Maths blog page in Purple Mash, activities. To get to the Year 4 Maths blog, click sharing on the home page, select shared blog, and while you're there, look out for the science blog too. I hope you enjoy the activities. Take your time, send the pictures through. It'd be lovely to see what you're getting on with. And until next time, stay safe.